Hi everyone, so I've been hunting and I can't find you a story that I can quickly download and read to you about Florence, but Florence Nightingale, what I have found is a quick little poem. So here we go. Florence Nightingale, a poem for kids. Long ago there was a soldier fighting in a war. His name was Bert and he got hurt, his leg was very sore. They took him to a hospital and put him in a bed. They hoped he would get better, but he got much worse instead. It was a nasty, smelly place. Everything was dirty. The floors, the beds, the bandages. Poor old injured Bertie. Onto the bed jumped 3 big rats. They laughed at Bert and said, "We'll give you a nasty disease and soon you will be dead." Poor Bert was very scared indeed. The rats were right, he feared. He thought that he was going to die, but then a light appeared. It was a lady with a lamp called Florence Nightingale. She took one look at the rats and picked them up by the tail. "No rats allowed in here," she said. "On this I'm quite determined. From now on this place will be kept clean, safe and de-vermined." The rats saw that she meant business and ran away in fear. Then Florence smiled and Bertie said, "I'm really glad you're here." She gave him a nice clean bandage and ointment for the pain. And it was not too long before Bertie felt well again. Florence Nightingale was the best nurse there had ever been, but she did so much more than just keep one hospital clean. She wrote great books about nursing and opened up a school. She made it seem like being a nurse was really, really cool. Nowadays, all of us can thank the lady with the lamp that hospitals are clean and fresh and not dirty or damp. Nowadays we think cleanliness seems just like common sense, but it would all have been different were it not for Florence. There you go. That's the end of that poem. And then here are the facts about Florence Nightingale. She was born on the 12th of May, 1820. Like I said before, her parents were on holiday in Italy at the time in a beautiful city called Florence, and they named their daughter after the city. Before Florence's time, people did not know that diseases were caused by germs, and that germs grow best in dirty conditions. Victorian hospitals were dirty and full of germs. She decided to become a nurse after visiting a hospital in Germany when she was 19. Her parents were against the idea, but after many arguments they decided to let her train. In 1853 she became the manager of a hospital in London and made lots of improvements. In 1854 the Crimean War began, which was England, France and Turkey fighting against Russia. The government asked Florence to take a group of nurses out to the Crimea to help the wounded at Scutari Hospital. At first the doctors at Scutari did not want the nurses to go near the wounded soldiers, so the women cleaned the hospital instead and organised a kitchen and made soup. But soon the doctors asked Florence and the nurses to help look after the men, and each evening Florence made her rounds at the hospital with a lamp in her hand. And back in England, the English people heard about the lady with the lamp and she became very famous. Florence got sick herself while out in the Crimea and very nearly died, and she was determined to stay and help though. And after the war, she kept on working, improving hospitals, opening training schools, writing books, and it's now thanks to Florence Nightingale that nurses are properly trained to care for us all. And she lived to the ripe old age of 90 years old. Which was very old so she died in 1908. So that's very old. There you go. I will see you later. Bye-bye.